Good evening, champions. How are you guys doing today? I can see you guys can hear me. Am I correct? My name is Staffan Liebeck. If you haven't seen me before, I am extremely happy to be with you guys today on the call. Why? First of all, I'm feeling much more energy coming. I'm feeling so powerful for this 2022. And I've been having some fantastic yesterday was a fantastic day. I want to speak a little bit short about that. Guys, put in your calendar right now. Put in your calendars. I want to just share something here for you guys that is so important for you guys to see. Moment. We have it here. Can you guys see this? This is a picture of Mr. Simon and Mark that was visiting, as some of you guys may know, was visiting Connect, to get first hand from Stephen, obviously, Ali, Nigel was there, meeting up with people from all the different projects that is surrounding Connect, okay? And it was such a brilliant call that we had with them yesterday, with Mr. Aaron Steinkeller and me. And I want to thank Simon and Mark and all the other fantastic leaders that was on that call. Guys, you guys need to listen in to them on Tuesday, okay? Not tomorrow, but Tuesday at the same time. You will get to experience and hear from them that has been there, or like Aaron said, on ground zero, guys, to see what is really going on. How much is coming into, to this company, people coming hands on deck from different areas around the industries of the world. Are you guys getting that? From banking, from from the healthcare system, digger, all of these projects around, they were there firsthand, ground zero. And I can tell you guys, they motivated me and Aaron so much, okay? Because we tend to get stuck in our reality, guys. That is the thing. We get stuck in, my node, it's missing, or, I can't log in, or, my sponsored person hasn't got this. So we tend to get stuck in the short-term vision and we can't see where we're going. Okay. I recommend highly bring everyone on that call, because it woke me up also. It put like a kick behind, that let's go. Start looking where we're going, and plan for where will your business be, not only, next week, next month, but next year and beyond. It was fantastic. So I want to thank you guys, Simon and Mark and all the other leaders that were on that. And on Tuesday, you guys will get to listen to the same things from them. Okay. Straight from, from them visiting and so on. So this is, put it in the calendar. Put it up on the notes and take notes, guys, because these calls are all about that. How can we become more powerful? How can we learn to earn more? How can we get in the saddle at the right, position and let's get going and so on? And this is something that's been growing in all on us. And we all see, that's been involved, that no, Connect is not going anywhere. Okay. Things are getting settled. People are getting notes distributed. Licenses, we are proceeding towards starting the reward plan and everything. Guys, it is time. Some people asked me today that that should I wait a bit to involve people, or should I get going now? And I said it's always best to get going now if you know how to approach the market. If you go and tell them that, hey, jump on and, and this is the compensation plan and, get paid now instantly, nothing will be a problem. It's like Amway. Okay, join that company. It's soon 100 years old, but the opportunities are not the same. So we need to always have an expectation. We need to always have the right mindset to set our mind on to get going in the right way. That was what I wanted to say first before we now bring on Stephen. And I want to thank Stephen also for, having the patience with everything, and having the patience also with me sometimes getting very frustrated and, and pushing in a certain way. We all know that things always can get improved, correct? But we also should all have the right expectation for where we are. And I know today Stephen will share with us a lot of important information that I have got to understand also the last days that made me really, really happy about one example, having a lot of droids. That was one of the examples. So now let me find Stephen here now first and get him on, and he can take over for now, and I will get back to updating you guys also for what comes to, you know, to other things that not only directly connect after that. Are you with us, Stephen?
I'm with us. Yes, I'm here.
Thank you, Stephen, for all your hard work and dedication. I know how much time you're putting in. I know that you were sick and still, while being not too well, you know, fighting on and doing all your best. So from all of the organization also and all the members, I would like to thank you for those, and also over Christmas and New Year and so on. So thanks from
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. You know, it's we're human, and being human, we are subject to you know, frailties and sicknesses and all that kind of stuff. But I feel amazing right now. I appreciate it. You know, I am being more and more energized every day as I dive into what we're doing here, and what we're building right now is really second to none. And I know that I've said that a lot. Again, I will say it. We are building the largest blockchain community in the world, and it's not only really exciting, but it's also really humbling. Because there's a lot of work to do yet, and I understand that the deeper we dive in, the more critical our work becomes. It doesn't get easier. As a matter of fact, and I don't mean that in a weird way. I just mean challenges will continue to present themselves. And as those challenges present themselves, it's up to us to move forward, to look for solutions, to identify areas that we can continue to improve, and then to act. That is one of the biggest things is to act on that information, and that's what we're doing. We're not perfect yet, but we are getting better and better each day. And so I'm excited about that. I wanted to go through a number of different things today with you. As we've been kind of going through some of the different customer issues that people have had, we've identified a few things that I wanted to just cover again here on the call to make sure that everyone has the correct information that you can then also use to help your teams and individuals that are coming on board. So I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm just going to show a few different things. I'm going to toggle between a number of different screens. And hopefully this will be helpful and not confusing. And I will try to slow down also a bit here in my explanations, just so that, as I know there are many of you that are translating for some of your teams and trying to get them the right information, I will try to explain this clearly. So here is my screen, and I'm going to show a few different things. First of all, this screen right here is our old site. It is no longer functional, meaning people can still go there right now and they can log in. And there's a few reasons why we're not taking it down yet, but just so that everyone knows, this site does not need to be used anymore. Nobody needs to go here. As a matter of fact, the functionality of it, what people were using it for, is now available inside of the app. And so before, people were coming here, they were clicking on this area, they were going to the connect accounts, and they were connecting their account here before. This does not need to happen anymore. So the connecting accounts doesn't happen on this site any longer. So you can now get rid of this site. You don't ever have to go back here. And we will be taking it down shortly anyway. But now people can go to their app. And inside of your app, which again, if you've gone here before, you know, you can go directly into connectunited.com. As a matter of fact, I'll just go through the exact process. If you go to connectunited.com, once you're already signed up, you'll log in. Then if you click right here on My App, it will then take you into your application. One of the issues that we have faced with individuals receiving their node softwares, their node licenses, both your blockbots and your droids, is connecting your green account to your connect account. And so that happens up here on the top left corner. If you click on this little figure, you'll see a lot of different things here, but you'll see account at the very top. When you click on that, it opens up this drop down and then link accounts right there. And so right there, you'll see what I had open. Let's see, what was that over here? Oh, anyway, so you'll see this account management space where you are able to connect or link your green account to your connect account. Very soon, you will be able to connect your Switch account, your Blue account, Give, Liberty, and all the other accounts that are coming. You will be able to eventually connect all of them. Right now, you can see that it says not available. So in other words, even if you have currently purchased a Switch account, if you click on link account and try to connect it, it will not allow you to do so right now. Because it says right here, not available. So we are building out that functionality. And soon, once those different, the other blockchains are officially launched, then you will be able to go in and link those accounts. But right now, you can link your green account. Of course, if you needed to or wanted to for whatever reason, you could also unlink your account. You shouldn't do that unless you are trying to move it to a different account or something like that. But right now, when you link that, that's when you will now see. So after you've linked those accounts, we will then be able to go in and assign your green blockbot licenses. Okay. When those are connected, if you go into your green app, if you go into app.share.green, once those accounts are connected and the licenses have been assigned, then you just sign in and click on your nodes right here at the top right-hand corner, right there. Click on nodes, and then you will see your licenses populate here. Soon, this isn't completed yet, but soon you will actually be able to go in to your Connect account. Click on the node section right here as well under Connect, right there. Click on nodes, and you will be able to see all of your different licenses here. What you will see is you'll see your Win licenses. They'll actually be separated by blockchain or brand, right? And so you'll see maybe your green blockbots here, your Switch blockbots here, but you'll see this kind of format multiple times, once for each brand. Okay, so that's not quite completed yet, but that is where you will go to identify that. Okay, the second part that I wanted to talk about is inside the app as well, is the sharing feature and the sharing function. When you share, you click on the share there, and then click here on Share Connect, you should have a shortened link. Okay, now your link is obviously going to be unique to you. If you copy that link and put it into another space here and paste it, this is what you will see. This is what you should see, is the Connect site for someone to sign up for. Inside of this URL is your referral code, right? Right here where it says R equals, and then this number that follows. That number tells the back-end system, it tells kind of the whole smart contract system that you are the individual that shared that link, and that person that then goes in and purchases with that, utilizing that link, will be tied to you. Okay, so that information is currently embedded inside of that linking system. We right now have also this referred by box. So we recommend that right now, as we are testing and moving through, that you put the referred by information there too. That is as a secondary checkpoint for us right now, as we are solidifying a lot of this automated process. And eventually we will most likely either remove that or have that auto-populated with your Connect ID, okay? And so that will then pop into that for you. But right now, I just wanted to show you that is currently part of this link. It is embedded into that link. And so as you share that out, those individuals should then be able to, they should be linked to you directly. That functionality, you can also, we get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. This functionality is also accessible directly from connectunited.com. So let me go there one more time. So
Stefan, can you just let them know also that it's actually solidified by purchase, so people don't expect to see.
Thank you. Yes. So the way that the Win blockchain works is when you're sharing your share link, when you're sharing that and someone goes in and sets up a free account, they are loosely tied to you, meaning that tie isn't solidified. It's not set in stone on the blockchain or anything like that until that individual makes a purchase of some sort. And that purchase can be a block bot, it can be a droid, a start, it can be anything that's offered, it can be any purchase. But once that purchase is made, that person is then solidified to you in the Win blockchain and on your friend chain as well. Okay, so excuse me, just wanted to show you one more thing here. When you log in, you can go directly to the app and get that information here from the app like I showed you, clicking on share right here, or you can also get that by going clicking on your name over here in the top right hand. If you click on your name right there, okay, then if you click on that and click on share connect, it's going to take you to the same place, but I just wanted to show you there's a couple different ways to navigate there, and that will get you here where you can then find your shareable link. Okay, so two different ways to get to the same place, but I just wanted to show you so that you can see that. Now, of course, as individuals go in and purchase, then there are some other options of what they can do and how they can see that. So if I go back into the main connect area here, if I click back on my name, you can also see your downloads here. Linux is not there, but currently Mac is there and Windows is here as well. And so you can go here to download your Node software if you want to run that from your computer as well. So just a few things that I wanted to kind of show you so that you can see that as we're kind of moving forward and growing. I know that there was some confusion. The biggest thing, again, is the old site is going away. So again, if you want to link your accounts, just click on the little figure at the top left-hand corner, scroll down, click on account and link accounts, and then you'll be able to link that account. Well, again, once that's done, we are doing daily updates right now to the licensing. So once that's completed, all the documents are signed, then it'll go into the queue for that license to be assigned out to you. And so that could still take a little bit of time, not much, because that is happening currently on a daily basis. Okay. So if you have people in your organization that still have not received their nodes, it's going to be because of typically one of two reasons. And there are some outliers that we are fixing on a one-by-one basis, but it's usually because either they have not gone through and signed in to Connect yet, set up their account and signed the documentation, or they haven't linked their account. Okay, so once those are done, we are, again, right now, we are daily assigning nodes out to individuals that are completing that process. So just get with your team and make sure that they're doing that and following through the entire process there. Oh, and again, just to say it one more time, nobody needs to go to the old link, to the old secure.connectblockchain.net. That link, that whole site is not part of the process anymore. You don't need to go there. You can delete that URL. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing that we've talked about several times, and one of the things that I'm really excited about, I think that Stefan is also, he's starting to catch the vision. He mentioned, with droids, is a droid is sort of like a fractional block bot. It's a small little tiny piece or so to speak of a block bot, but it is its own license. Okay, as you know, one of the goals for Connect and all of the different projects is to create NFTs out of each license. And the neat part about that is if you follow the NFT world at all, is there is a massive demand for NFTs. There's even more of a massive demand for an NFT that has real world value, that is doing a purpose, that's actually doing something. And so as soon as we're able to NFT our Blockbot licenses and our Droid licenses, it's going to basically introduce a whole new dynamic and opportunity with those licenses, where someone that maybe, let's just say someone has 100 Droid licenses or 1,000 Droid licenses. Each one of those will have its own potential value, right? Depending on what the marketplace.
Ivan, could you explain this, why this is so cool? Because I realized that if you have a license that is distributed with the value of the node at 2,000, it will give you more than somebody purchasing a Droid today, correct?
Yeah, so that's what we are finalizing right now. We're really excited because at the end of the day, these Droid licenses, these NFTs, as soon as they become NFTs, I can see there being a massive need and desire for those NFTs at some point. I mean, if you've followed any other projects with NFTs and how those operate, all NFTs are again, especially the ones that have a real utility, they are going like crazy. People are not only understanding the value of what that can bring for them, but they also realize that there is oftentimes a secondary market or a third market, that is interested in that as well. And so that just makes the whole thing even better, for people all over the world. And the reality that I also see and know, and I think you all see the same thing, is not everybody can jump in and purchase a Blockbot license, whether it's $2,000 for some of the newer projects or $10,000 as the projects get more and more, as they're out there longer. Not everybody can go in and participate at those levels. And so having an opportunity or an option for a Droid license that someone can purchase at a specific price, that means I think that's going to open up the global market even more and offer even more opportunity
at that specific time point, correct?
Yeah. So that's exciting. Okay, so I wanted to talk about that. Now what I want to do is just spend a little bit of time, and I've got we're going to have to follow up this conversation over and over and over again. I know that we're going to continue to train on bits and pieces of the Wind blockchain, but I want to let me pull this up real quick. I'm going to stop share and share one more thing here. Bear with me. Okay, so there are a few adjustments. Can everyone see my screen here with the document that I'm sharing? Okay, yes. Perfect. So there are a few things that we are adjusting to this document right now. Once we add those adjustments in, we will be sharing this. It'll be in Connect. You'll be able to download it and pour over it inside of Connect as well. One of those things that we are adding to this is the qualification through Droids and what that exactly looks like. So that, and when I say qualification, I'm talking about becoming a Wind node, right? A Wind node is a designation that you can earn through sales, right? And so right now, if you sell 5 Blockbots, that qualifies you as a Wind node. We are adding in the portion of how many Droids that would look like, and it's going to be a little bit of an algorithm, right? Because as the value of the nodes increase, the qualification through the nodes and Droids will also fluctuate a little bit. So we're adding that information in here, but I wanted to go through a few things that I think are really critical here. First of all, the different types of rewards and how you can qualify for these different types of rewards. Okay, first of all, the transaction reward. The transaction reward is 10%, and that is 10% of what comes into the Wind blockchain. So to go back here, let me actually, and I hope I have the right document because I've had a few different iterations. But let's see this one. Oh, this is an older one. Well, I'll have to well, golly, hold on. most of the information is the same. I'll just adjust a little bit so you understand. That 10%, so if there's a node, and let's say the node is $2,000, that node, when it comes into the Win blockchain, so first of all, when that sale is made, 50% of that roughly goes to the particular blockchain first. So if you are buying or selling a blockbot switch, 50% would go to switch first. Then the other 50% comes into the Win blockchain. Okay. Of that, 10% goes to the transaction reward, 10% to the confirmation reward, 10% to the block reward, and then the remaining 60% to the node support rewards. Okay. And so I want to go through and talk about those specifically and how you participate. I'm going to talk about, we're going to come back to the win points here in just a minute, as well as the weight or how you determine your win score. But before I do, let me go up to this kind of diagram here, because your, you know what, let me see if I can find the correct one. This is it's an outdated one. I don't want to do the wrong information. So hold on just one second. I apologize. Just let me stop sharing for just a moment as I find this. I grabbed the wrong document. Let's see. Okay. So again, just so you know, so I think I'm sharing again. So this is, there's some of the verbiage here that's inaccurate. We don't have a smart box. That's not a thing. But basically, when someone comes in and they sell 5 block bots, now that can be to 5 different people, or it can be to one person, or any combination of that. That doesn't really matter. But when those 5 block bots are sold, this individual is now qualified as a win node. And again, it's either 5 block bots or the equivalent in droids. And we're updating that right now. But when they do that, they qualify. As a win node, you can qualify for each of these different rewards. You can qualify for the block reward, the transaction reward, and the confirmation reward. Okay, so when this person who now qualifies as a block bot, that unleashes, or that releases here, this block reward. And that only happens when they've sold their 5th. Okay, once that happens, that 20% block reward is split into 2. 10% of it goes to the person that made the sale. The other 10% goes to the qualified win node above them. Okay, so if the person that brought them in is a win node, if they qualified as a win node, they would get that. If they're not, it would go to the next qualified win node above that individual. Okay, so that's where the block reward would go. The transaction reward would go to that individual who made the sale. So that would be you if you made that sale. The confirmation reward, the other 10%, would go to the individual that's confirming that transaction, or again, the next qualified individual. Transaction rewards can be received if you are a start or higher. Okay, so if you have purchased droid bundles or a block bot or anything like that or higher, then you can qualify right off the bat for those transaction rewards. If you're a block bot or higher, meaning you have purchased yourself a block bot, you can qualify for confirmation rewards. Transaction rewards and confirmation rewards. But in order to get the block reward, the transaction reward, the confirmation reward, and the node support reward, you do have to be qualified through sales as a win node. Okay, and so that's when this all comes into play. Of course, in order to qualify for the node support rewards, the only way to do that is by increasing and improving your complete win score, which then ranks you in the entire organization from 1 to 50,000, basically. These are the top 50,000 people in the organization who then are able to participate in this global node support rewards. Okay, the top 50 will split this blockchain Jedi block. The top 500 will split the Starfighter block. The top 5,000 will split this rocket block, and the top 50,000 will split the jetpack block. And now everybody who owns a block bot will be able to participate at the launch pad level, but of course that's going to be a lot smaller because it's only 5%. That's part of that. So the vast majority of this is only through qualification and through your complete win score. Now, how do you earn the very best complete win score? This is probably the most important information in the entire Win blockchain, and this is where proof of action really comes to play. Okay, because your becoming a Win node is all based on these specific actions. The vast majority of those are either revenue generating activities or your participation in the blockchain by running your nodes, okay, running your block bots. So, excuse me, when you look at the action points, there are two ways to earn action points. The first way is based on where you are in the Win blockchain. Everyone below you has an opportunity basically to contribute to your points on the blockchain. So for these blockchain points, and then of course you've got your friend points, and this is based on your personal sponsorship line, individuals that have come into the Win blockchain based on your own efforts and the efforts of course your team. Okay, so every time you earn $100, and it says BTC value, but that could also be Ethereum value, right? Every time you earn $100 of crypto value, you can earn a point yourself. Okay, so you earn a point every time you help a friend earn $100. And now I want to qualify what that means here, because on the blockchain, so on the Win blockchain, your friend would be the person who's directly below you, whether you brought them in or not. Okay. On your friend chain, your friend is someone who you sponsored yourself, your direct sponsor, okay, someone that you actually brought in. So again, you're earning points in two different ways: on the blockchain based on where you are placed in the blockchain, and based on who you brought into the Win blockchain personally. Okay, so that is your friend, is someone who you personally brought in. Okay, or
question here, I guess the right answer is yes, but so basically it helps my score to have more and more personally invited friends.
It absolutely does. Yeah. The more personally, so the beautiful thing about the Win blockchain is it benefits you if you build wide, but you're also benefited as you build deep. It benefits both, and so there's great benefits for both. Now, the second part of this, number 3, is every time you help someone on your team earn $100, you can earn a point for that. Okay, so you've got these different 1, 2, and 3, right? Your own actions earns you points. Your direct people, the people that you personally sponsor, earns you points, and then the people that are in your entire team, obviously those will funnel up and earn you points also there. We have these two other options, 4 and 5. Those are still being worked on right now. The number 5 is for giving on the Give blockchain. So every time you give $100 or more, or for every $100 you give, you earn points for that. And then every time you help, your team, every time you help someone on your team give, you earn points for that. And every time you help someone on your team save, you can earn for that. Now, and those savings are going to be linked to, for example, power savings or healthcare savings. Those are still being worked on, but we wanted to still include those here because those are coming. Those are coming soon. Number 6, every time a team member achieves a Win node. So when they become a Win node because they've sold a certain number of nodes, you earn points for that. Every day you personally have your first licensed active block bot running, right? Every day your block bot is running, you're earning points for that. Every month that someone in your team has an active block bot, you're earning points, but that's just monthly now, okay? So your personal one is daily. Your teams are monthly points for those. Every day, if you have and this is actually a bundle, this is not a smart box because we don't have the smart box. That was an old idea that we don't have anymore, but 5 block bots. So if you have a bundle of block bots that is running, you earn extra points for every 5 nodes that you have running. And then of course, same once a month for each team that has 5 or more running at a time. Okay. So this is how you earn points these are the Win action points on the Win blockchain. These points then are basically gathered together, and they are weighted based on when they happen, right? When those actions happen. When they happen, the daily activities, so things that happen today, are worth more than the things that have happened over the last week, which are worth more than the things that have happened over the last month, which are worth more than things that have happened over the last year and all time, right? So your daily actions today are always going to be weighted heavier or going to be worth more than your actions from the past. And it shows here, your daily actions account for 50% of your score. The weekly actions account for 20% of your score. The monthly are 15% of your score, yearly 10, and all time 5% of your score. So when your score is calculated, this is going to be a decimal score. You know, there will probably be 12 decimal points. It will never, no one will ever have the same score. So when you get your score, you are then ranked from 1 to, again, 50,000. And those top ranking individuals on the Win blockchain are going to be who participates right here in the node support rewards. Okay. And again, if you rank in the very top 50, you will also have a spot in the top 500, in the top 5,000, and the top 50,000. Okay. If you rank in the top 500, then of course you will have a spot in the top 5,000, and the top 50,000, and so on and so on. So if you're in the top 50, then you've got a spot in every one of these blocks, and you are participating. Once you have achieved a spot in that block, which again, this can change each day. It's a daily qualification. So once you achieve that spot, you will receive the rewards based on this little math problem, right? That node support block is distributed 25% evenly and 75% proportionally. Again, it is favoring those who are working more the most. So if you're working harder than everybody else in that block, you are going to receive more of the share of that block. 25% of it will be distributed evenly and 75% proportionally. So here's just a quick example of what that looks like. Okay, so Win node A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, these have all qualified as Win nodes, so they're all able to participate. You can see here that Win node C has the most win points, or the highest win score, based on this calculation. If there was $100 that was distributed into that block, 25% or $25 would be distributed evenly. So they would each receive, these 5 people would each receive $5 in this example. The other 75% or $75 would be distributed proportionally based on their complete win score. Okay, so you can see that would be added together, and this is what they would receive. So the whole idea around the Win blockchain is, number one, we are rewarding actions today more than actions of yesterday. You're still getting credit for those actions of yesterday. They're still helping you, but your actions today are always going to be worth more than your actions from yesterday. And then, of course, inside of the block, the distribution, there is a portion that's distributed evenly, but the greater portion that is distributed proportionally based on how much you've worked. And I think that's fair. That's how the blockchain works, right? If you're a Bitcoin miner and you're on all day long, then you are receiving more of the reward than a Bitcoin miner that only is on for an hour of that day. Right? That's kind of how it works typically. And so we did this the same way, where we wanted to benefit everybody, but really reward those individuals that are putting in the most effort. And so this is the crux of the Win blockchain, is doing these win actions, encouraging your team to do these win action points, accumulating as many of these points as you possibly can.
Pause, Stephen, on this, and I will ask a few questions so people understand the dynamics of it, because it's very easy to understand what you say, but to comprehend the essence of having a certain mentality or a strategy or whatever you want to call it in a rewards plan is what I want people to understand. Now, I see one very important thing here, that every time I myself have 5, for example, nodes running, or a smart, what was it called? 5 block bots myself.
Yeah, the bundle, right? The block bot bundle.
Myself. I will earn points on that every day.
Yes.
Now, My question to you, Stephen, and to everybody on this call is that why would I buy, first of all, a node myself? I believe in it, correct? Look at Gala, what happened with Gala. So I believe in it, and I want to even put from the beginning, I want to get this revenue engine for myself. And once I reach 5, block bots myself, I will get more points from the total pools and everything every day, correct?
Sorry, say that one more time.
And I reach myself 5 block bots, over time. So I run, these block bots, on a daily scale. I participate obviously more in these pools, correct? Because I'm getting points.
Thank you. Great question. So a couple of things. Everyone that has a block bot, they can participate in these pools, but excuse me, they're only participating in the very lowest pool right now. Okay, so just this is very important to understand. If you own yourself a block bot, you are participating in this pool down here at where all block bots are participating. In order to take advantage of the Win blockchain, in the very at the most, you have to be a Win node. Okay, so you have to have sold, not purchased. You have to have sold to qualify, right? Because you can't purchase your way. And I know I had a couple questions that looked like in the chat as well. You cannot purchase your way to qualify as a Win node. You can only sell your qualification into a Win node, right? And so with 5 block bots sold, you are now qualified as a Win node. And once you've done that, by the way, you don't have to requalify as a Win node. Now, once you become a Win node, you only have to qualify once as a Win node. Once you've become a Win node, now your qualification is based on your complete Win score. That's where all the focus should be.
That is actually where my question comes. Maybe it was misunderstood, because if I do 5 more, do I get more part of it again, or is it with the 6th and the 7th?
Oh, thank you. So once you have qualified as a Win node, yes, the more nodes you have, the more benefit you're going to get, because that's part of these Win action points. Let's look at it again. That's part of here. Every month, if you have a blockbot bundle or 5 nodes running, you're getting additional benefit in your complete Win score.
Exactly.
Right?
So this means, in other words, when I'm helping my friends to do that, I'm bringing in, helping my leaders to get the 5 in the front and so on. They are starting to make rewards by mining, switching on their nodes, and, I'm following the system. That means that not only will my first and second line grow wider, but it also will grow bigger over time. And every time you are participating in the transaction and the confirmation reward, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, that's the whole point. And with that, the score of the total pool is growing, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so guys, that is how it works. It is complicated on, okay, what are all these scores? But very simply, the only thing you need to think about, get to 5 as fast as possible. Qualify.
And those five can be from 5 different people, or it could be from one person, right? Yeah. If you sell one blockbot bundle, which has 5 blockbots, you qualified, right? And you are now a qualified Win node to participate. And then you just have to focus on your complete Win score, getting as many action points as you can for yourself and your team. And that's the biggest benefit there.
And when I help somebody on the second line to do the same, also I get 1 spade on that every time it forms a new.
That's right. That's right. Yep. So friends, I hate to run, but I do need to. I have to get my family prepared. We've got church that we've got to run to this morning.
One more thing. The qualification for a block bot, it was set to 100 currently. 100 droids. So
thank you. It is a moving scale, and so it was a it's a little bit different, and we're almost there to get that information out. I need probably another day or 2 on that to solidify that point.
This is exactly the thing, guys. We spoke about it before, and just to clarify before Stephen is going, that it will be a moving scale, but for the old people, they the people that are into the system now, it would be 100.
Yes, it was 100 droids, exactly. Okay. That was back in the very November or whatever it was. Obviously, obviously it's changed now, so it will change.
Exactly. So from all the new sales, obviously it's a totally different thing. Okay, brilliant, Stephen. We will get back to that. And what I also understood from you is that we are looking at all the opportunities with people that have misunderstood, you know, what to do with them. We will get back to that, so nobody needs to worry about that.
We are clearing out a lot of customer issues every day right now. It's actually, we're really excited because especially with some of the latest pushes, with some of the latest Blockbot and Droid updates, more and more people are getting their nodes, more and more people are activating their nodes, and we will continue to do so. And so please let us know whatever we can do to help. We will. We are moving quickly. We are adding more individuals to our team to help in the process, and it's just going to continue to get better and better. So thank you for your patience. Again, really appreciate everybody. I've got to run, but thank you so much, and we'll talk on Tuesday.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant, Stephen. And I will inform the guys. So just jump off. Thank you for tonight. For you, actually,
you're welcome. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later. Thank you.
Brilliant. Now, guys, a lot of questions again in the chat and so on, and unfortunately we can't do everything on one call. What we will do though is get out more and more information now for you daily with, you know, answers to the questions that everybody has. The good news here, guys, is that it's getting more and more clear, you know, the communication with Connect. It's getting more and more clear who is responsible for what, and also we are very close now to start the rewards plan. Okay, so it's time for us to think now, the future. And yes, if you can explain to people where we're going, you should definitely involve people. Like Stephen said, you won't miss out on anything. Right now, we are looking at the deadline for bringing in the last ones from the old systems that we have and so on. So we will help everyone now together, guys, to make sure that everybody has done the steps to claim their account in Connect and so on. It's time to move forward, and we are all getting more and more and more nodes, droids ourselves and in our organizations. Guys, Tuesday, okay, Tuesday, as we spoke before, again, I want to point out that it is very, very, very powerful for you to go yourself, listening to Simon, Mark, and their organizations, visiting in Utah, meeting up with all the different projects. Guys, you will be very, very happy that you come on that call, and you will also be very happy that you are in Connect with us. That is something that I can guarantee. It is always like this in every industry, in every new things that comes out on the market, big, great things that are getting built. You know, it's not like they say Rome is not built in one day, but you know what, guys, Rome is built and was built, and we are building the Rome of the noding era. Okay, that's how I see it. I also see what great kind of leaders we have from all over the world. You know, bring people on for Tuesday, listening to Simon and Mark and their teams and so on, and then we're gonna obviously have all of you guys also on the calls, you know, for telling your story and so on. It's very important for people to see that we are in the greatest movement on the field of networking, yes, but also what comes to nodes and what comes to the future of money, future of ownership, NFTs, you name it. Guys, we are building a new era together. Get out doing it together with us, or get out of the way. It will happen with or without you, rather with you guys. See you Tuesday on the call. Thank you for tonight. My name is Staffan Liebeck, and over and out from Thailand.